And now let's sing, I Am Loved. Please remain seated. So this is the part where I do a short little bit. And in our Science of Mind magazine, there is an author and Jeff on Seeley. I don't know if you have read the article in this year's book called Sacred Sewing. So Jeff on Seeley and I have something in common, that we're both from Minnesota. And so when he talks about Minnesota in here, it's like, oh yeah, I know. So it was special growing up in Minnesota, I thought anyway. I didn't know any different. But at one point it was covered with a shallow sea. So when that left, it left all these nutrients and minerals in the soil. And then it was covered in the Ice Age by all these glaciers, leaving behind all those lakes and rivers that Minnesota is known for, along with the minerals and nutrients that made the soil so special. So growing up in Minnesota, we had a wonderful garden in the backyard. And I used to go and ask my mom for a little cup of sugar, and then I'd break off a rhubarb stick and sit there and eat it, and then eat the peas and all the different things from the garden. So, him writing about the soil and gardens and that being the theme for today is kind of special for me. He didn't go into the part where my brother and I used to climb the crabapple tree and pelt people when they went by, but that's fun too, but that's probably another topic. So Jeff on talks about gardens, and I just wanted to read a little bit about what he says. In the same way that we prepare our garden beds in the spring with a rake, a tiller, a shovel, we can venture into the sacredness of our inner gardens and tend to the sacred soil that dwells within us. That soil has accumulated nutrients since your first ancestor walked this earth. That inner soil gathered nutrients from a variety of experiences that you've had in your life. All those experiences bring something valuable and are deposited in the soil, which you can use to grow anything you like. Till this inner soil and grasp those seeds of your potential, your gifts, your greatness, and see the beauty within them. Sow them gratefully in this inner garden, knowing with absolute certainty, in the same way that you sow tomatoes, cucumbers, or watermelons in your garden, that if you tend to these seeds with care and support their growth through consistent watering and attention, they will grow and produce. So it is for the seeds that you sow within yourself. Know with deep faith and assurance that you can unfurl, grow, and become anything you like. And so now let's move into a little silence, contemplating that beautiful inner garden. And it is from this sacred space, this inner garden of the Most High, that I claim a blessing for this time together, a blessing for each person here, knowing with faith and assurance that each person is loved. And so it is. And now we have some special music, followed by Reverend Steve's wonderful talk. Thank you.
I don't see Jeanette here today, but I need to thank her and Reverend Steve for, oh, she's back. Jeanette. Anyway, last week I walked by the kitchen and there were these three women talking. And I always said, when I see the three good witches talking, I always feel better. But Jeanette turned to me and said, well, you know, we're talking about hard times this time. You got to take it as it comes. And it reminded me of a song that I had written some time ago, and it's called Take It or Leave It. And we're going to wait for Steve to come up here and play bass. And he talked about, you know, when it's your choice. You could try something new or give up. And so that's a little bit about what this song is about. I hope you enjoy it. Take it as it comes. Take it as it goes. And when it takes you all the way down to the bottom, hold on, don't let it go, 'cause it can take so long just to get on your feet again. But if you follow this result, it's like the end. And you can take it hard. You can take it wrong. You can take it halfway around the world. Carry your pain and anger so long, but you can't take it away. Oh, what happened is a fact. So you can wander in the shadows. It's hard to take the wrong road back. Oh, you can take it or leave it. Don't you worry. Take it or leave it. It's your decision. Take it or leave it. There's no hurry. It's just gonna take a little
have a couple things I have to do here really quick. I don't have a Zoom camera operator today, so I'm going to come back here and work the Zoom machine real quick and kind of give our Zoom people a little better perspective. There we go. Okay. There we go. So how you guys doing? Huh? What a time to be alive, awake, alert, and aware in the world of consciousness, isn't it? So there's a lot of things that are going on in the world right now, and I've started to incorporate some of those into my talk. And some people are like, "What are you doing?" Other people are like, "What are you doing?" Like, this is exciting. Because if I don't address this stuff, you know, it's like business as usual, and it's not really business as usual right now, is it? There's a lot of movement in consciousness right now. And I'm going to use this morning's first part of my talk to do a little education metaphysically. And this is for my advanced students. Okay? Are you an advanced metaphysician? Well, if you're not, you're about to be. At least I'm going to introduce these concepts to you so that when you do go through it, because we're all going through it, you'll go, "Oh, this is that pull. This is that the energy that Reverend Steve was talking about." So the title of my talk today is Enriching Our Soil of Possibilities. We enrich our soil. Let them manure. Well, we drudge up things from our past that fertilize our future, because they bring us nutrients that in no other way could be utilized in the world of form. As we know in our teaching symbol, something grows as an idea. We put it into the soil or the soul, and then a result comes out at the bottom of the V. A plant, an idea, a demonstration. And when it's done, when that rose has bloomed, the petals fall off and fall back into the soil and become a new idea. The rose actually becomes the soil that grows the next rose. But first, let's talk about a timeline shift, shall we? We are currently experiencing, and humanity is going through, a major timeline split. There are individuals who are choosing to be in higher consciousness, and there are individuals who are choosing to remain in the lower paradigms of separation and fear and duality, and that's okay. You know, you can play where you're planted, or you can grow into something new. But we're all going to grow. You can grow now or you can grow later. This shift is happening right now, and every soul is making its own decision, either consciously or unconsciously. So what is this thing called the timeline split? This 3D to 4D to 5D thinking. Have you heard about this? Some of us? No? Well, if you haven't, I would urge you to just look it up. Just find out about it, because it is something that we are all walking through, and it's nice to educate yourself before you go through the portals. Because when you go through the portals, when you're sucked through the eye of the needle, and you go, "What was that?" You go, "Oh, Reverend Steve, yeah, he muttered something about this on Sunday. I can't remember." Earth is transitioning into a higher vibrational frequency. Do you know what the resonance is? The Schumann resonance? It's turning white, completely blank screen. Why? Because the old ways are over. And a part of this ascension process is that we are being reset and invited up to higher consciousness. This shift is creating two or more distinct timelines. One lead to higher consciousness and awakening, and another remaining in lower density experiences based on fear, control, separation, and duality. Every person is choosing moment by moment which reality they align in. I mean, I can wake up in 3D consciousness just wanting my coffee and a restroom break. But by my morning, I'm already investigating how to move through into higher consciousness. Or it can work the other way around. You can wake up in 5D, and by the afternoon, you're back to, tilling your soil, as they say. Two timelines are 3D, third dimensional, and the 5D, the fifth dimensional. Now, there's actually like so many different planes of existence, but I'm just going to talk about these two today, because these are the major timeline shifts. Timeline 1 is this thing called the 3D timeline, and is based on the fear and the division and control and materialism and lower awareness. We're all very versed in this because that's where we came from. But we're being invited into a whole new realm of 5D consciousness. And people who choose to stay in the 3D remain trapped in societal conditions, false narratives, and manipulation. And that's okay. Some people, that's where they want to be. They're not ready to make the quantum leap in consciousness. I'm just telling you that it's going to happen. You are actually fully planted in midair right now, know it or not. The old paradigm no longer will fit into the new consciousness. The 3D timeline will continue to experience chaos, conflicts, and struggle as old systems begin to break down and refuse to evolve. But on the other hand, we have 5D consciousness, fifth dimensional reality, which is based on love, unity, and higher consciousness. I would just say that if you have found yourself into this teaching or into the center today, you are on the path, my friends. You are part of the progressive change, and I would dare to say that you are a light worker. You are an enlightened worker with the power that created you to be. You are being called forward. People on this timeline are awakening to their divine potential. As they raise their vibration, they step into a reality of synchronicity and abundance and a divine spiritual connection. I get the God bumps just thinking about it. How this split is manifesting in real time in relationships and connections is very obvious to those who are evolving. If you're not seeing it, you will. Just relax. Don't overthink this. Just like you didn't have to think about being born. It just happens. You don't have to think about making your transition. It's going to be okay. You're going to go to sleep and wake up in a new dream. That's how it works. So it's very obvious to those who are evolving, but not so obvious to those who are choosing to stay in lower vibrational energy. And that's okay for a time. Some people in your life may feel completely out of alignment with you. You might feel disconnected or separated from friends or family members who are still choosing to stay stuck in the old 3D consciousness. Remember, we are each choosing 3D or 5D. You're given a choice, but there is a pull, separation. And you may say, well, if we're all one, what is this separation that's happening? Well, the higher energy is evolving. Just like, you can pick up your rotary phone and use it if it still has a landline. But most people have transitioned to cell phones. And what's beyond the cell phone is the knowingness, is your divine intuition is your new cell phone. But that's a whole other talk. So if you feel disconnected or separated from those family members and friends, it's okay. It's okay. They will come around eventually. As we shift from 3D to 5-3 consciousness, 5 consciousness, if you're on that timeline shift, you may begin to feel emotion sensitivity, intense highs and lows as you move between these two vibrational frequencies. It's not bipolarism, although it can feel that way when you're in the midst of it. And you feel that, that's part of the change. That's natural. It's going to be okay. You may feel even some physical discomfort like headaches or sensitivity to light or ringing in your ears. You may experience intense highs and lows in your moods as you adjust to this new frequency, and it's okay. It's part of what we need to do to transform into the light beings that we have always been. So somebody may go, oh, Reverend Steve, you're really talking out the, wow, woo-woo. Hey, don't poop on my woo-woo. Ideas that you didn't understand. There was a time that we all lit torches in our house for light too. Somebody introduced electricity and they're like, you're nuts. Well, we use it every day and don't even think about it, right? That's what's happening. A new form of consciousness is being introduced to us. And this is why things feel a little out of whack right now. Things going a little haywire, a little sideways in your life. That's okay. That's good. It's good. Sideways is good. Because sideways is upways if you're in that consciousness. You may begin to experience increased awareness and see through the illusions that used to fool you. You may begin to recognize patterns of manipulation and feel deeply intuitive insights. On the 5D timeline, you will experience divine timing and synchronicity as they become normal in your everyday life. What if your normal everyday life was things worked out for you? What? How does that work? What if it's all falling apart to fall back together in a new way? Huh? That's an idea. Things begin to align in ways that seem magical as you step further into this 5D consciousness and reality. So, how do you stay in the 5D consciousness and on that timeline? Focus on love. Focus on gratitude and joy. This raises your vibration. Again, I'm getting the God bumps here. Look at that. Trust your intuition. Let go of outdated beliefs and trust your inner guidance. Release fear. Turn the TV off. Go outside and hug a tree. Look at the stars or the orbs or the UFO, whatever you see. There are signs all around us. Stop engaging with fear-based energy from media and the news that use fear and manipulation to separate us, because it's not working anymore. It's not feeding our souls anymore. All of a sudden, you're moved to do something else. And that means you're in the midst of the leap in quantum consciousness. Remove yourself from toxic environments. You won't even find yourself going there anymore because it doesn't work for you anymore. You're going to be like, been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Not working for me. Meditate, pray, use spiritual mind treatments, do visioning with Bucky this afternoon at 12:15. Learn how to align yourself with the all that is. Come to your center for spiritual living. Take a class, teach a class. But look for positive energy, and people will manifest in your life to fill that. Okay, that's my first part of my talk. Now, back to my talk, enriching our soil of possibility. This week, we dive into how our past experiences can nourish our personal and spiritual growth. We'll explore ways to actively nurture our dreams, prioritize long-term well-being, and transform life's challenges into enriching opportunities. Isn't that what we're all about? You came here to thrive, not to just survive. You came here to express as only you can. In our journey through life, cultivating a fertile soil of inner consciousness, it's essential for personal and spiritual growth that we move forward. You can't go back. You can look back, but that holds you in the backward consciousness. Just as a gardener tends their soil to enrich a bountiful harvest, we must nurture our inner environment to realize full potential. You can't move forward looking backwards. It's important and necessary to explore and discover how our past experiences, both positive and challenging, can serve as valuable nutrients that enrich our lives, our soil, and our very soul. See, God doesn't make junk. There are no extra parts in the universe. It's all being utilized or waiting to be utilized, or has been utilized in changing form to be utilized again. It's time to begin to emphasize the importance of shifting our focus, our timelines, from short-term gain to long-term soul health. Recognizing that sustainable growth requires patience and constant effort. By transforming the decaying aspect of our lives, you know what I'm talking about, your BS, your old belief system, into enriching compost and establishing daily practices that foster growth, we create an environment brimming with possibilities. How's your compost been doing? Ernest Holmes in The Science of Mind on page 290 says, in mental work, we must realize that there is one infinite mind which consciously directs our destiny. Declare every day that no mistakes have been made, none are being made, and none can be made. Declare there is one supreme intelligence which governs, guides, and guards, tells me what to do, when to act, and how to act. Having done this in perfect faith, act with perfect assurance. Declare further, everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now. Know this, see this, feel this, be it. Do this every day for a few minutes. We should all do this until the time comes when it is no longer necessary. And when that time comes, we will know it because our demonstrations will have been made. Suppose someone says, well, I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. I had opportunities I did not grasp. Every human has this feeling at some point in his or her life. It's natural to go, oh, if I woulda, shoulda, coulda, if I'd have changed things. But no, everything is happening perfectly. This is a direct belief that there is but one opportunity which comes to the human being, and if they don't take it, they will have no more. But this is a belief in limited opportunities, and it must be denied completely and specifically. It is not that we have made no mistakes, but if the belief in the necessity of mistakes stays in the consciousness, then there is bound to be a repetition. Ouch. Same song, different verse, a little bit louder and a little bit worse. So, we need to break out of the old tapes. See, we're in digital thinking now. We're moving away from the analog tapes, even away from the CDs, and going into digital recording. I remember I was working at the studio and we were recording on tape and we had made the jump to digital. And the performers, the people that we were recording, were like, oh, I've got 10 minutes while you rewind the tape, you know? And we're like, no, that's gone away. We just press a button and we're recording as many takes as you want. We're not limited by the length of a piece of tape anymore. It is scientific practice to declare that there have been no mistakes, no in human consciousness, that if there have been, they are now completely wiped out. There are none in the divine pattern, and there is no plan for humans other than a divine plan. Again, that was Ernest Holmes on page 290 of the textbook. Every challenge and experience in our lives carries valuable lessons. You have learned something from everything. No matter how challenging it has been, you have learned that the stove is hot. Ouch. Or that the puppy is loving. But you have learned something. These moments, whether trials or obstacles or instances of personal growth, act as the nutrients that enrich your soul, your soil, of the inner experience of life, and bring you up into 5D consciousness. Are you gonna go? You're gonna go. Are you gonna go now? You can go now, you can go later. Think about the trials that you have faced in your life. Times when life felt almost unbearably difficult, and when the weight of the world seemed too heavy. And reflect on these moments and recognize the strength and resilience you developed as you navigated through them. It doesn't freak you out anymore. It's like, oh yeah, there's that. I know how to deal with this. Oh, there's that again. Interesting. You see, we're not engaged in it. It doesn't pull us down into the 3D anymore. We have raised in consciousness. We are in a new level of awareness. Consider the obstacles that you've overcome in your life. Everything that brought you to this day has been part of your triumph. All of the challenges, each hurdle requiring you to dig deeper, find new ways of thinking and acting, and stretch beyond your comfort zone. These obstacles, whether external, like financial hardship, or internal, like self-doubt, have proved that you are profound. You have a new understanding of your capacities and a strong sense of yourself. You wouldn't have made it into this room had you not been on this higher timeline. These experiences offer lessons to be learned, giving us wisdom and strength to face future possibilities with confidence and clarity. See, it's all building up to something. It is. You're being prepared for new ways of being and of inviting others around us up to new ways of being. Moments of growth, both small and large, play a critical role in enriching our soil, our soul. These are the times when we push ourselves to learn something new, develop a new skill, or embrace a new perspective. Each step forward, no matter how small, adds to the richness of our inner soil, of our inner soul, making it more fertile for future growth. Instead of viewing these experiences as burdens, let's see them as essential components of our personal growth. See, it's all in perspective. Is it a stumbling block or is it a stepping stone? It's up to you to decide. By changing our perspective, we can transform our challenges into opportunities, making the quantum leap from 3D to 5D consciousness, embracing them as necessary parts of our eternal journey. See, we're not going anywhere. We're already there. You're not going to get anywhere. So stop, the journey is the destination and how you do it. So how are you doing your journey? Are you racing through it to get to your destination? Driving as long and far as you can to get there? Well, through this enriched soil and soul experience, we cultivate a life filled with possibility, resilience, and continuous growth. Our dreams are like seeds full of potential, waiting for the right conditions to grow and to flourish. Just as a gardener carefully prepares the soil, we must create an environment conducive to nurturing our dreams. This begins with setting clear intentions. When we define our goals and aspirations with clarity, we give direction to our efforts and focus our energy on what truly matters. What truly matters? Love. Love, love, love. If you're not doing it with love, you're doing it the wrong way. Sometimes it's tough love, but love must be involved. Surrounding ourselves with supportive people is equally important. The encouragement, advice, and positive energy from our friends and our family and mentors can significantly impact our motivation and progress. These individuals help us stay accountable. Celebrate our success and provide comfort during challenging times. They are the fertile soil which grows the next rose, which allows our dreams to take root. So in conclusion, this week, take a few moments, sit quietly and reflect on these experiences from your past and have them contribute to your ultimate growth. Write them down in a journal or a note on your phone, noting the lessons learned and the strength gained from each experience. And then set a clear intention for the day, focusing on a dream or an aspiration that you wish to nurture. Visualize yourself taking a small, meaningful step towards this goal. What if it was already healed? Reverse engineer it. Be the healing and know it's already done. See, the minute you introduce that to your mind goes, oh, and there's a calm sense of expectation. This is why gratitude is so powerful. When we believe that it's already done, our mind goes, releasing those endorphins of completion. How powerful is that? Express your gratitude for the support you've been given and the resources available to you. This practice of gratitude and intention setting will help cultivate a fertile inner soil, fostering an environment of continuous growth and possibility. Enrich your soil with the love that you are. So it is. Okay. It is time for us to follow our teaching, and I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or take a soft focus on the beautiful flowers. Let's take a moment and connect to the animating energy of source energy. So I invite you to bring to the forefront of your consciousness what you believe created you. You can call it whatever you want. Source energy, great spirit, goddess energy, Christ consciousness. whatever makes sense to you. Unify with the energy of animation and creation right now. What I know is that power that knows exactly what it's doing is expressing itself through each one of us. And as we, at this moment, activate that connection, new information is being presented. New ideas for healing and revealing truth are being presented to us. The old way, how beautiful it was and how glorious it is to see fall away. Thanking it for its service and its healing work, we move into a whole new consciousness of healing. For that healing is revealing a new truth and a new connection and a new vibration being born within each one of our experiences. It's actually already been there. It is just being activated. It is waking up to its magnificence in this moment. We are literally growing out of our previous challenges. We are growing into the awareness of allness. There is a new vibration that has come upon us. And as we relax into the vibrational energy of wholeness, of healing, and of love, a new world is being born. A new foundation is created for us to step onto. And as we are led onto this new awareness, we do so with love and peace and harmony. Healing is happening right now. Moving all those cells in the body to the perfect for healing. Moving all those things in our life around for the perfect revealing of truth in a way that makes sense, is identifiable, and heals us at depth. So we are grateful for these healing ideas, for this new invitation to move into higher consciousness, where love, true love, expands, going far beyond anything we may have previously imagined. And as it does, we are swept into this new love of life. That we are the right people at the right place at the right time right now, inviting this wonderful change of higher consciousness. So we give great thanks for the truckloads of good that are on their way to us right now, that are unfolding in our life in a way that we can identify and have a healing. So we let go. We completely release these words into the living, loving law where we know that something powerful is manifest, as we affirm this together by saying, so it is. Amen. Okay. It's time for our prosperity affirmation. So if you'd like to put your hand on your heart with your gift, let's affirm this together. This center nourishes me in so many ways, and I lovingly give my gift, and together we flourish and thrive. And so it is.
This is a little bit about our past experiences and being in motion. Marches in the water, leaves upon the stream, flowing gently to the sea, passing all the islands, cities and the towns, passing the people as the years go round. No man is an island, no woman the shore, nobody's anchored anymore. We are all in motion, like water in the stream, always changing, like a river flowing by. Though it always changes, yet it remains. Maybe some things never change. People and places made us who we are. We will carry like the river flowing on. And we will carry on. Yes, we will carry know the times in my eyes I can clearly see through all the years. River flows in me, and we must nothing lasts forever. Only memories tonight. River sings for me.
Actually, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I got this wonderful, I don't know if you can see that. I want to, somebody did me a picture. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What a great offering. Well, let's say a prayer for our offertory this morning. From the love of pure spiritual energy, these tithes and gifts have been collected. They are evidence of our faith, our belief, and our ability to manifest in this world of form. They do good work in the world by blessing the giver and the receiver, allowing this, the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living, to be open and available to those who are choosing to remember who they are, and for those who may not even know it yet. And for that, all of us are blessed and thrive in the wholeness of love. And so it is.
And so it is.
All right. We're going to have our closing song.
Okay, we gotta take it day by day together. So let's all
Sing a
stand.
little part of a bigger song, but it's about day by day. Where's the bass player? He's coming.
He's coming.
The bass player is coming.
Very good.
So it's about being here for love and taking it each day at a time.
All right.
So we're going to sing a little part of the chorus of this song. Don't you waste your time worrying about what you're doing here. Just open up your heart and we'll take it day by day. Take it day by day. Day by day. I'll bring us closer. Day by day. Take it day by day. Don't you waste your time worrying about what you're doing here. 'Cause we're all here for love, so let's take it day by day. Take it day by day. Everybody now, day by day. Take your little step, day by day. Take it day by day. One more time. Take it day by day. Woo-hoo. Day by day. Day by day. We're gonna take it day by day.
And now for our benediction, please repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening right now. It's happening in my mind.
Happening in my mind.
It's happening in the body.
In my body.
It's happening in the body of my affairs.
Happening in the body of my affairs.
I think it,
Think it,
I feel it,
I feel it,
and I know it. Just the way that it is.
just the way that it is,
And just the way that it is known.
just the way that it is.
Thank you, life.
Thank you, life.
Have a great week, everybody.